Melancholy is a deep, pensive, and often gentle state of sadness or sorrow. Unlike sudden or angry grief, it is characterized by quiet contemplation, introspection, and a lingering moodiness. The word can be used as both a noun, a feeling of gloom, or an adjective, describing a somber, mournful quality. This perfectly sums up Nophenia and its gameplay. It's melancholic. It also sums up my thoughts after playing a premiere match of CS2.
That's spot on him as well.
If you haven't heard about this game, I don't blame you. I stumbled on it accidentally too. The reason why it picked up my attention isn't exactly because I thought this was gonna be another liminal space type game where something is going to chase you, kill you, make you feel uneasy because there's something or someone watching you. And while only the last thing is true, you can't really boot this game up not expecting something horror specific. Before I start talking in depth about this game and the way I view it, because trust me, there is so much to talk about here, the game isn't finished, and one of the reasons why I rushed to make a video on this game is to push developer to speed up the development, because as much as I'd like to believe this game will take the Game of the Year award, it won't, but it would be a shame if a game of this caliber doesn't capitalize on the hype it will generate around. There are gonna be some theories that some people might find heavy. Those theories does not mean it will 100% correspond to what the developer originally intended this game to actually be or mean, but this is my way of understanding the story and what it's trying to tell with very limited content we have in this version. The game starts off in this main menu thing. Pressing any button will transport you into a room with a girl named Wolf Girl. This girl can meow and howl, by the way. Meow! Only thing absent is emote button. Right off the bat, you notice how bad the game looks. Wanting to go to the main menu to see if there are any video settings, you notice how the menu is actually a flip phone. This flip phone has a bunch of essentially unimportant things, but it does have some fun stuff like camera and wallpapers, which are gonna become useful later.
Oh, it's me?
Moving around the room, you notice a couple of interesting things. For once, the room is dark and it's a mess. So many different drawings scattered around the room, many of which are scribbled on, some with red paint and some with black. Looking a bit more, you notice a synth on the wall and a picture of a butterfly. There is also a PC with what I presume to be the user 666 from all the YouTube videos. The most interesting thing, for me at least, was actually the cupboard on the left of the PC, where you can literally see traces of blood, but the more you look at it, the more you see blood all around the room, and the highlight is definitely the boarded lock door, with chains. Interacting with the door, you seemingly get transported to some random place, in this case a train station. The train on the right seems to be moving rapidly, without stopping or waiting for anyone, and the track that goes up. Opposite of moving train, there is a stationary train with lights on, stopped for unknown reason. Location is eerie. There is no one here, and pretty quickly this will become a trend in this game. You are alone. It simply does not make any sense. There are also flowers scattered throughout the station. You can find occasional yellow or bluish butterfly here and there, but that's about it. Anyhow, after exploring for what would seem to be an eternity, interacting with the door again teleports you to another eerie place, but this time there's a difference. You get your own scarf. This level in particular definitely woke a feeling I thought I'd never feel in my life. Nostalgia. Brutalist architecture mixed with snow and children park really did hit me differently. My favorite part of the year has always been winter, and mixed with similar but different culture here in my country, I can definitely say I've relived this. Pulling the phone up, it says the level name is Snowy Residence. I gotta point out that this is probably the first time that I've seen there's a real chance someone here was alive, because there were some lights around the apartments. You could also find a cemetery on this level too, but unfortunately even if there are some names here you won't be able to read because it's way too pixelated. Enter the next level through sewers. Gutter. This is a weird level, purely because there is nothing here. Going a bit further and looking at the ceiling, the sky is actually red with brutalist architecture in the background. background. There were some signs on the walls here, but I genuinely couldn't decipher what these things could mean, so I hope someone in the comments would tell me.
I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah?
Next level is Rainy Home Site. This place is barren because of rain. Not like there was no rain in the rest of the levels, but this one specifically had so much rain on the main road. While on the side of the road had some painted butterflies like red, yellow, bluish and green. This level has a bus stop with one umbrella inside and one outside of the stop. Also, there's a red color or blood prominently in the stop and on the wall. Near door there's some blood, but notice how door on its own isn't barren with planks and chain? Entering hills. Immediate Teletubbies reference. Many houses, mushrooms, windmills, strawberries, fields, sunshine and rainbows. I honestly wish to stay here as long as possible, but there was someone here. Someone whom I didn't trust not one bit. This eye is the first living being you see in the game, if you can call it that. It's looking at you, no matter where you go and whatever you do. It's always looking at your direction, even if it can't see you in the distance. Also, take a look at this top speed sign where it says the top speed is 20. In Snowy Residence we were definitely in Europe, in some Slavic country, but this level specifically we're in a place that's using freedom units. Entering the strawberry house you get to park. Park is a field with many windmills scattered around in another brutalist city. If I had to guess, this is probably Central Park in New York City. There isn't really that much in this level besides the paper windmills that children love. Door is placed very suspiciously at the end of the park, and going through it you get teleported into a Windows XP screensaver. Welcome to Pipe Dream, where nothing makes sense and nothing will make sense here. There are many colored pipes here. The only way for you to leave this pipe dream chunk is to find a pipe chunk that is open so you can go through it. Chunk. Chunk. The pipe that I found that always allows you to warp is this cyan one. Staying in front of the pipe you will hear some sounds that I cannot explain, but just listen to it yourself. Warping through the pipe you get to chess. Now, chess is interesting. Moving around you get to see... Huh? Now, chess is interesting. Moving around you get to see a big bishop figurine, and the main point of the level is balloon. Balloon is on the black tile, while bishop is all over the place. Let's say it's on white. In order for bishop to reach the balloon, it would have to cheat or bend the rules. Let's imagine a balloon is actually something so precious, someone like a wolf girl. And all the other chess pieces are watching the girl in awe, like a theater play, and all the pieces are actually just amazed. No matter what it is, in current state we can't say for sure what symbolics would be, but let's just say interacting with big bishop we get to see something that we as a viewer wouldn't expect. Welcome to question marks. If it's hard to see, let me help you. This is a dark red room with dandelions flying around. To the untrained eye, this would be just another level where you move left and right till you finish the level and get to the next one. But this level in particular has the most amount of symbolism yet, and it's letting you know that you should remove the finger from your ass and start thinking instead of mindlessly running around. Any flying flower, in this case dandelions, means memories, wishes, emotions just driving away, going into nothingness. Color of the room is dark red, or burgundy for my girl. Slay girl. This color represents grief, emotional pain and deep sadness. Footsteps sound like you're running through water or maybe tears. Bright red is color of danger, but it's also color of life. Darker shades of color red might suggest life is slowly drifting away and or shutting down. Moving more into the void, you eventually get to the point of no return. You die and you get transported into another level. Fog is a level. Apart from looking like it came right out of Silent Hill 1, it's difficult to grasp. Imagine after being in a room filled with dandelions, you get teleported into a cold, foggy place with cold snowflakes falling on you. You don't know where you're supposed to go, you don't know where you are, you just wander around, lost. There isn't anything that could help you navigate anyways, you're alone in a vast world of nothingness. Going for too long will get you teleported to the main menu, and you might think this is the end game. Hell, this is what I thought myself, but this is just the beginning. Looking at the main menu you might notice a subtle difference from the last time. Clicking on next you get teleported into your bedroom again. Key difference from the last time being now you can see what the name of the level is. Bedroom. Nothing seems to be different, but it would seem like something is off. Going through the door, you'll get teleported back to the train station, and this is where you feel you enter the loop. There's one more difference that I've been showing you so far that you might have picked up, or not. Font color. It used to be green, but now it's red for the first 4 levels in this loop. Bedroom, train station, gutter, and rainy home side. There are no differences in these levels that I've noticed, but again, even I could have missed something that was right in front of my nose. Just like you, who's watching this video, probably missed a thing or two. Exiting Rainy Homeside, you get teleported to Cubic Meadows. Cubic Meadows, or Minecraft, is basically Minecraft. I was about to make a joke in the script how Mojang is going to sue the developer of this game because they got inspired by Minecraft and used it in their game as an emotional roller coaster, but then I remember there literally are thousands of Minecraft ripoffs, with this one being probably one of the most known to people. And whenever I see this ripoff Minecraft Pig, I always for some reason think of that Arabic song on Nokia, I'm cooked. Anyways, not only are you in the Minecraft, you're in the Farlands, where everything will start glitching beyond this point. There's also suspiciously placed crows behind this structure. I don't think it's deliberate because of random Minecraft scenes and world building. I don't think it's deliberate because of random seeds and world building, so I can't say for sure, but there's a half-built house, a tower, some trees missing their leaves, half-cut trees, some mines, and an actually built Minecraft house. Before I click on this door, I gotta say this seed reminds me of Herobrine sighting way back when, among status officially. Interacting with the door, you get teleported to sunflowers. And yes, before you go back 20-ish seconds, Minecraft had green fonts, so this one being red trumped my hypothesis that red fonts only appeared in levels that you've already been to. But it happened before we even finished Fog, in Hills, Pipe Dream, Chess, and question marks. Sunflowers is a gorgeous level. It's simple yet very effective in waking that nostalgia trip for nostalgia you never had. There's an eye here again, and I had another theory that every time there's an eye you got red text. So it could be logical that red text means Wolf Girl isn't at peace with, or these levels wake something different, like what I explained previously with Red Room and Dandelions, Sorrow and Melancholy. And it could very well be that she, for example, might be fucking losing it. Hills, Pipe Dream, Fog, Chess. It started from train station and rainy homeside and it's spiraling down. Very fast. Interacting with the stone thingy in the middle of the sunflowers, you get teleported to homeside. Of all the levels till this point, this one is definitely the most normal one, apart from this meat in the middle of the road. Looking around, this would seem like a complex in Japan. Sakura trees, bicycles, green all over the place, jumping game, and actually the weirdest thing in this entire map is actually a butterfly and number 14 right beside it. Rest of the map does not really show anything besides both roads being closed, and only way out is through this ominous open door bathroom stall with balloons on top and more meat right next to it. Going through the door, you get ported to Realistic Fields. Realistic Fields is another level where you basically have to run around till you find the end. There isn't exactly anything in particular I found that's worth mentioning about this level except for that thing in the skybox. Running for what would seem like eternity made me think about the power of this level. I legit remembered some stuff from 15 years ago when I was a mere child walking along with my sisters after playing hide and seek. But anyhow, after walking for eternity, I got transported to Dandelion. If you think we played this level, you would be wrong. Color palette, as much as you think isn't important, in this scenario is super important. Black color symbolizes death, sadness, unimaginable pain, or best way of explaining, nothingness. Dandelions still represent the memories and wishes, but with no color in the background, they just float. It's like they're dead person's wishes and memories. Could you imagine Wolf Girl thinking about all of this? Font color is green, which should theoretically mean safe space for her, and running around can't really kill you like with question mark level. Not only that, even Wolf Girl has her look slightly changed, like a grayish dress and her hair having different tone of dark purple. Moving around this level, you get teleported to Red Moon. Red Moon is a level where you might get your existential crisis triggered. Even if the name of this level is Red Moon, this is Mars, and I don't care what you say. Turning around you can see Jupiter in the distance and also another planet that could be Mars itself, and holy shit, this looks massive. In the middle of the moon there's a little slide and some weird shit poking out of ground. No idea what this could be. It could very well be my brain trying to figure this shit out. Going through the door you get to spider lilies. And oh my god, I immediately thought of so many things when I got to here. First of all, Berserk, then Ghost of Tsushima. Holy balls, this is majestic. The music hit different too. Not that the rest of the music isn't good, I'll talk about it later, but this song in particular is so well done. It's freaking amazing. I genuinely had to alt-tab to see who the hell made music for this game, because for all I care I can hear Lena Raine in this. But shockingly it wasn't, and again I will talk about music a bit later in the video. Running around this beautiful level, the only thing you can find is the door leading to the next level. Notice the butterflies, wink wink. Going through the door is where you get to apartment overlook. This is a very short level with many doors you can interact with. There's an eye that watches you and going downstairs will kill you. One of the doors is a metal gate. One is barred with planks. Many planks. But the only door you can interact with in this level is this one. You get teleported to the warehouse. This looks more like some old hospital more than a warehouse. At the end of the hallway there's this door with a, what I would presume to be a kid and some kind of a key or Japanese hiragana symbol. I was genuinely stuck for so long trying to figure this shit out, but I just couldn't, so sorry for that. By this point I think I should also start pointing out stuff that you're probably missing throughout the level. One such thing is a cigarette butt and the buds all over the place. And I don't think this is a coincidence. You will figure this out soon enough. You can die in the warehouse by jumping in this hole. Interesting thing is, when you die, you lose head and arms. Lol. Going into warehouse, you see how majestic, barren, big but small it looks. That's what she said. You can only interact with this door, and entering you get teleported into Murky Locked. This is essentially an empty parking lot with only 1 or 2 cars being here, and a tree in the middle of the lot. The entire lot has rain all over the place. The only place you can go is here. One of the elevator shafts is open, so you can off yourself. If you want. The other isn't working. Only thing you can take is the stairs. I feel like this parking lot has something to do with rushing towards the ER. Both of the shafts not working means taking even longer time to get there. This is the only level with 2 parts. You're still in the murky station after you interact with the door. There's a slice of bread in the middle of the parking lot, and going towards the end of the level there's a big barrel thingy. Some AC units and a bus that seemingly crashed here. Notice that this lot, as far as I can see, does not have an exit, no way for the cars to go back basically. Interacting with the bus you get to quarters. Sky is red, but moving away from the spawn point you get to see a little park with a piano and 2 swings. This reminded me of Tenshi from Angel Beats from the main theme. Not that it's inspired by it, but I definitely got reminded by it. Having this small field with swings and a piano but surrounded with apartment complex and combined with red sky from before and clear sky here, and also green letters, makes me think Wolf Girl does not like being surrounded and being in closed areas, like tight corridors we just went through. But being with someone and or doing something with someone, let's say swinging, makes her happy and less worrying and sad. Also, take a look at the ground texture. There are dandelions. Next level is the clearest and best example of level design, and it's my favorite level yet. Welcome to Red Ash and its magnificence. There's a lot to talk about here. There's a big structure with upside down Y, probably Japanese kanji. I immediately recognized it from a movie I watched a long time ago, but this letter on its own does not exist after I've done some research. But as soon as you spawn in and you look at the left, it's gonna form a new letter that translates to big. Moving towards the structure you can see some spider lilies that we already talked about some time ago. There's a level filled with them called spider lilies. There are also same drawings you saw in the bedroom level. They are exact same, but this time you can actually see what's being drawn. It would seem like early art or some sort from developer. I wouldn't be surprised. There are also chains on each side of this big structure, seemingly holding it into place or not letting it fall down for whatever reason. You can also see flowers near one of the pillars holding the big structure. But the biggest elephant in the room that needs to be addressed are these computers, Bloody Moon and Bloody River. Name of the level, Red Ash, implies something that has burned, that's old, and that its power is drained. These machines could also mean two things, one being used in the hospital like EKG and stuff like that, but it could also be machines for electromagnetic waves, like trying to get someone to see you. Perhaps the big thing or a giant antenna, like maybe the big thing was falling over and we were sending Mayday, Mayday, you know. There are also butterflies all around these machines if you take a closer look, and all of them are bluish. Bloody Moon is something that's weird even for this game's standard, in a way that it's a discrepancy. It's different. Till this point there were no discrepancies. It feels odd, like something changed in the background. Bloody River and blood in general around this level, like wherever you see blood you see flowers too. Each person who's been bleeding here has been leaving these trails of flowers behind them. They probably love them so much so that Wolf Girl remembers them mostly by flowers. Ambience is also sad. You can see with the tone of the music how it's slow but fast but slow. It definitely symbolizes sadness within Wolf Girl, and having red color fonts, I bet she does not feel safe here, nor that she wants to even be here. Combining everything, I'd say this is the moment when something happened to someone very dear to Wolf Girl. Heading towards the door, you can see it's barred and chained, like she purposely made it hard to go through this door because it was so painful. This isn't the only place where you can find these doors, but it's been scattered throughout the entire video. You might have picked up on it. But this door specifically also has some flowers and blood. It might symbolize someone leaving too early, or that she will get flashbacks of that person if she goes through that door. In any case, you have to go through, and next level is wallpaper. This is basically remade homage to Windows 10 wallpaper, but it's actually so well done, and my god, the music. I was legit just waiting 5 minutes staring into the distance of the rocks. I fell in love with this level and I marked it as my safe level. Let's just ignore floating rocks, classic Bethesda stuff. But seriously, just listen to this. There's another planet you can see in the distance. I'd say that's Uranus or your mom, but in any case, after going into the water you can barely see this motherfucker. I hate these cunts. It's like I'm getting watched IRL. I absolutely hate them. This level doesn't really have to offer anything of significance, so going through the door again you get to Vision. Vision is the most open level yet. Obviously the road spanning into distance is inviting you closer basically, but following this road will end up killing you. There's also a balloon and strangely it's in the direction of the road. And balloon is one of the most prominent objects throughout the game, so going towards something Wolf Girl obviously likes makes you dead. Dead. Makes you dead. On your left there are eyes, and behind there's a castle, mansion, penthouse, DLC for GTA 5, who the fuck knows. But I kinda got Cinderella vibes watching this from distance, like the old one from Disney. There's also this small chunk of white fence, and there's something very interesting I picked up. I might be talking out of my mind, but there are 14 planks here, just like number 14 on the butterfly on that complex from the homeside level. But these little spiky things on left and right also have a meaning, for whatever reason. After you get to 14th pole on the left, taking few more steps, you will die. Broken buildings and eyes watching you that disappear when you take off your eyes off them could mean in the worst days of Wolf Girl's life those eyes left her. Once she trusted them the most probably. One eye stays and keeps an eye on her. Haha, get it? Anyways, for as long as I care, since I don't know if any of this is true or not, or if it's gonna stay in the script, I have no idea what the symbolics could mean. Broken walls of this house or something would theoretically mean broken life, like when parents get divorced and kid is left alone, father walks away, grandma walks away, door is barred with planks and chains. I love these doors are like, do not go, it's not good, too much trauma. It's like having 4 random Russians in CS2 on Dust 2. When you as the only English speaking fucker say, guys go A-bomb side too short, too long, and motherfucker just say, Rajbi suka, блять, я ебал твою мать, пиздец. And all 4 of them end up dying to a Molotov. Anyways, going through the door you get to dessert. Or desert. Desert has the same ambience as previously mentioned wallpaper, and it reminded me immediately of that one SpongeBob episode when they go to the bottom of the sea where everyone is just spitting all over the place. Yeah. Going towards the road will end up killing you. There isn't really that much to talk about in this level, but it's interesting how barren it is, just like Vision. You can go in circles, but you ultimately have to continue. There's nothing you can do here. It's like Wolf Girl is scared of dead ends, or possibly like when you're a kid and mom tells you if you go over there, a hag is gonna kidnap you and you'll be cooked. I'm getting that feeling. But again, the only thing you can do here is you can either continue facing your trips or turn off the game for good. Spoiler alert, this next level is the biggest spoiler of the entire game. Please, if you wanna play the game yourself, stop right here before you play it. There's a key thing that you can see here that will ruin the entire game if you watch this part of your playthrough. Ready? Welcome to Garage Settlement, and right off the bat you can feel it in the 3D air that this level is different. So much so that I believe this is the most important one in the entire game. You're basically in an average Birmingham suburbs. That's a joke, by the way. And if I gotta say, this looks like a place you could, you know, do stuff. Please don't demonetize YouTube, please. Running where the road is pointing you to go, you get to this tree, and immediately you get to see this. A chained up bed and a pill on the ground. I was debating honestly where exactly to put this part of the video because it's only fitting to be in the end, but I've decided I'd go the way I played the game for the first time and how I felt during these first moments. This is huge. No, it's the hugest. You see, there are things I haven't told you. Things that matter so much for the entire game that I've actually put some words throughout the video to maybe make you realize what's going on. Like in the desert when I said a minute ago, you can either continue facing your trips, emphasis on trips, or turn off the game. Booting the game for the first time, 99% of players just don't care. All they want is to experience the game and it's completely valid, but all this time you had an answer to most of the questions if you actually took an interest in the game's story and environmental storytelling. In the very first level, on the very bed you stand up from, there are pills called sertraline and there are pills on the PC called Seroxat. Seroxat? 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 I don't fucking know. Both of these medicines are used in PTSD and depressive disorders. Now, imagine what would happen if someone had a mental trauma as bad as Wolf Girl and would mix these pills. Well, side effects could be dilated pupils, sweating and fever, rapid heartbeat, hallucinations, delirium, and extreme drowsiness. Hopping on the pill you get to see yellow butterflies. Again, symbolics for new life. Hear me out now. I think I have a theory about this one, although I'm not too sure. This is basically to bait you till the end of the video. Hehe lol. Bed being chained and pill being freed right in between the tree can mean so many different things. In this context, I'd say the best explanation is Wolf Girl, or someone very close to her, is bedridden, or full-on sleepyhead. The reason being that pills have broken their chains and it's very hard to retake control. They can't beat their own thoughts, so in the other words, the pills are under control, not them. And they probably think this is the only way of saving themselves, or to basically live on those medications. Another thing I realized is there are no eyes here, even though the level had a red font, meaning whoever has done this, presumably Wolf Girl, has done this in secrecy while no one was watching. The tree is also kinda different, it's bloody but still represents life, it's the bridge between the bed and the pill, both on the opposite sides of themselves, acting like a scale. There are also pieces of meat around the ground, just like cigarette butts. Cigarette butts basically means nervousness or addiction. Meat, on the other hand, could mean many different things, simplest one being some grandma accidentally dropping them on the ground, or flesh that can't defend itself. Imagine someone tickling you while your hands and legs are tied up and you can't move. You're no different than this flesh. Also, take a look at this moon. I swear I might be seeing things, but doesn't this moon look like eye we used to see previously? Also, it's red again, just like in the red ash. Level end is even weirder. It's in a garage, like she legitimately did some poking. Anyways, you end the level in a garage with bloody walls and you get transported to the shore. Shore is a safe space and acts like a bridge between levels. Pink moon and sea, it's not as safe as wallpaper because you can drown here, but last few levels were definitely something. You're right below highway, road is blocked off because of tree that fell, and the ambience isn't exactly worrisome to the extent. It's more like contemplating life and what happened till this point. Believe me, Wolf Girl needed this pause because next level is gonna be a pain. Only things I don't really understand what they were are these two buckets of plankton's chum and again moon that looks like eye. I swear to god dementia and Parkinson's are taking over my life. Anyhow, interacting with the door where you can see butterflies, you get transported to digital nurture. This level is dark. Enhance. There are a lot of TVs in this level, all of them are old CRT TVs. They're all displaying sky pictures and they're all synced. Right in front of one chunk of TVs you can see traces of blood on the floor, and moving towards the center of the level you get to see eyes on screen. Getting closer you get to see chained up heart. All of the eyes are now real and not PNG eyes like we used to see, like someone is watching this heart specifically. You can hear water splashes that could again be tears. Level end trigger in this level is a hand. Blood on the floor, heart being watched, butterflies on a TV. One could say Wolf Girl's heart couldn't do anything about someone's bleeding, so it was just watching. Like what you would see in a hospital when a patient is in a coma, for example, or perhaps someone was watching this heart and he couldn't do anything so it bled to death. Okay, that explanation is dog shit. It's as if you couldn't do anything to save someone or do something about something else to help it. This is even worse. In any case, next level is a master maze and this level also carries heavy burden. Hand could mean the only thing that could save this heart, but this heart is connected to this hand. So it's unclear who's helping hand in this situation. But you get it? We don't have enough information in any case. Welcome to Maze. Maze has 3 different parts of the level and I think it's the clearest level to figure out what it is. As its name suggests, you spawn in a bricked maze. Not bricked as an erection. Bricked walls, you donut.
You fucking donut.
Wandering around, you're trying to find a way out. Obviously, on the walls on this maze you can see pictures of yourself, presumably when you were only a kid. Although how long ago is up for debate because, as you remember, I said how mixing depression medicine could lead you with pupil dilation. Eyes in the picture definitely look like they're diluted, and Wolf Girl seems to be about the same height as the girl on the pic. But again, it's up for debate if it's intentional or I'm investing way too much of my free time in this, but it does look like it could be a case. The girl is playing with blocks on a small children's table with a globe on her left. Behind here is a window with a bridge on the left and some trees on the right. This is most definitely short from a minute ago. So basically wandering around you get to see some memories from the past you forgot about. Good ones like you being a kid and playing, to you basically getting all the colors around when you're tripping. It's still a maze, but you ain't seeing anything here. Textures are weird. What I just showed you now is basically an homage to Windows 98 screensaver, which I didn't know at the time of playing. I never used Mr. 98, I only used XP as a kid. Moving along you get to a street and you can see buildings around, like it's a street. And on the floor all you can see is still a weird texture, but there are 2 letters on the floor. And now, because I don't remotely speak Mandarin, no Japanese, for the first time I used ChatGPT and Gemini, both to tell me what these 2 signs could mean. Both told me the characters on the left mean tree and character on the right should mean woman, although both of them are not too sure. In any case, this in a sentence together both don't work, but I think I know what it should be implying to. Throughout the entire game and a level I have to talk about yet, trees are the most prominent live plants in the entire game. Sure, you can say eyes are too, but once you move camera away and then look closer at them, you'll notice they tend to dip most of the time. It's not the case with trees and other plants. Characters saying tree woman could mean there is a woman near a tree you're yet to discover, but don't think that's the case at this point. Because every tree, for example tree in Garage Settlement for example, as I've said, could act as a scale, a leverage for both pill and the bed. Sakura trees in Homeside too, Minecraft trees, although they are not really strong as the other ones, represent a helping side. Tree is a symbol of life, and maybe some powerful figure from Wolf Girl's life, for example mother or sister, could actually be a tree woman. Moving further, the end screen is a smiley face. This is the clearest way of game giving you clues at this point. Smiley face in this this case is something or someone who Wolf Girl thought is gonna give her happiness. Being alone in what's essentially a street surrounded by buildings, this is most likely someone selling bricks, obviously, as she needed them to use with cement and build a house, you know. I felt off in this level because this feels like Wolf Girl is speaking with her psychiatrist. You shouldn't listen to those conversations. She's basically saying she found easier way to ease her pain because meds weren't helping. It was uncomfortable for her. Interacting with the smiley face, you get the time. Time is the abstract level of them all. Basically, you're in this dreamy-like level with clocks all around you. The point is to jump from one clock to the other till you get teleported to the next level. This level represents time. Who would have thought? It specifically represents your eagerness for something to happen. It could also mean you losing yourself in time. It's up in the sky what the meaning of this level could be. Get it? Up in the sky, you're in the sky. Okay, I'll end the video soon. If you fall down, you die, obviously, and again, there's I. Also, don't you think the sky texture looks oddly similar to the Dark Nurture? That's because it's the same one. Get this, what if this is a simulation of what someone felt when they watched the TVs, you know, the bloody floor? What if we're in a loop and reliving all this stuff all over the place, waiting for it to end so we can go to the next level? That's certainly what I'm trying to do right now because this level is annoying as fuck. I feel like 67 times during the gameplay. I wanted to end the stream, I ain't gonna lie. Anyways, after jumping around for eternity, I got teleported to Water Park. You've probably seen Water Park in TikTok montages about liminal space.
Level 6-7 Water Park.
It made its way into this game as well. It's a gorgeous level to look at. Little paper boats, mushrooms, rings, toys, lilies. It's great. It is weird because it's the liminal space, but I believe this level is great. Bright colors and inviting to the eye. You can also die, but it's not that big of a deal. You can respawn. It feels so weird actually moving throughout this liminal space in particular because I always found it scary, but calm at the same time. Being barren and empty makes you wanna go for a swim, but at the same time to be careful of what might come. Interacting with this exit, you get to Lavender. Lavender is a level, that's it. Apart from being gorgeously designed and me liking flowers, I have my own cactus in a jungle in my yard, There isn't really that much to talk about here. One could say lavender as a flower should be giving you serenity, state of peace, yet the font color is red. Dandelions all over the lawn really does tell the story that it's so calm here that there's not even a wind that could set them free. Even though the level feels calm, it's the one that feels lonely the most. There are 3 antennas in the distance and only one being lit, but since it's in the skybox you can't get to it. Having 3 antennas and only one glowing red could potentially mean 2 of the 3 are dead, or 2 of the 3 are absent and are not interested to glow for you. Like parents who don't give a shit about kids and siblings who are there to protect them by any means necessary. W sibling. Interacting with this rock you get to Rose Swing. Apart from Rose Swing having a single swing and Pink Moon, there's also an old house here. Going with camera you don't really see anything weird. I genuinely feel this level has nothing to offer yet. Moving along to Normal Tree. There is nothing in this level but a normal tree, except it does not look normal, not one bit. It looks glitched, and it is. Its leaves are like little squares and it's apparent that this tree is broken. Walking around you can hear sound like you're walking over crystals. Some peoples and writers see tears as man-made crystals. Tree looking broken and white, crystal sounds, water splashing. This is someone who's trying to look normal to the world, but deep down they know they're not. They have this aura around them that lets other people know they're not okay. Funny part is there is no one here, not a single object, no people, it's just them. And you wanna know how broken they are? Look. You see, throughout the game I have sometimes intentionally let you see glitches happening right in front of your eyes. You might have picked it up and congrats if you did. but for those who didn't, let me explain. Glitch is a glitch, a problem in the code of the game that does opposing of what's supposed to do. Game does this all the time, not only to the objects around the world but to Wolf Girl as well, meaning this life, the pill, the world is slowly but surely falling apart. This imaginary world we're traveling, struggling to find something, a star in the sea of nothingness, is soon gonna be no more, but that's okay because we have another pill. As long as we have pills, we can fight, we can struggle to find the meaning of all this. Next level is depths. As the name suggests, you're in depths under the water, and this level sucks donkey pee-pee. I'm sorry, Lane. I don't even wanna bother explaining, nor do I wanna bother finding out how it ties everything up. It's too open and needs to go out. You can't see shit, it's too big. There's tower, there's another tower, there are machines from the Red Ash level, this time flatlining of course, meaning you're drowned. Wandering around you get to piano again from earlier, this time being filled with sea moss. You can't really play the piano anymore because the sound travels easier through the air than water, so the only happiness of this girl is cooked. Going through the door you get to snowy quarters. Before you go to the street, take a step back and look to the gate. A bed and blood. Cold snowy day, bed not chained, but the gate is sealed shut. It's an upgrade from the garage, but at what cost? Bed looks suspiciously similar to the beds you can see in hospitals. It's further reinforced because the robes are white. Going back you can see a butterfly, a new beginning. Going around the street you can see some swings and another tree in the center being chained up again. So this tree is chained up and the bed isn't. Interesting. I didn't even know this, I only figured this shit out while editing, I swear. Anyhow, near door there's blood, implying girl was bleeding while leaving the bed to get to the door. Of course not meaning literally, we don't know yet. It's like a lead she left for herself. Next level, astral frequency. This is type shit you see when you search up for liquid drum and bass. For as much as I care, this is a testing level for developer. There is no real point of this level to be honest, so I won't talk about it. Touching the crystal you get to main menu. Continue and you get to bedroom. Thinking this is another loop, you open the door and you seemingly get transported into something different. Your whole game glitches, music glitches, it's like you're literally getting teleported. Welcome to another home. As you can see, the level is fine, you get to meet with your sister, mother, evil twin, whatever. And this is the only known official ending of the game. Before I talk about the ending, which isn't the ending anyways, because if it was right now we would have got an indie game of the year, but there's still time for that. I wanna talk about how little we got, but also how much we got, because end of this game does not mean the video is gonna end, you're still stuck with it buddy, hehehe. Get ready for some things I haven't talked about. Like every game, this game has its issues, ending being one of them, but I'll talk about it later. I've combed the entire internet about secrets of this game, and I've foolishly done it after I've replayed the entire game, 4 times to be precise. Just to see if I can find something myself, and I did. Question mark level I talked about previously is actually a Nightmare Dandelion level we got after loop reset. In my second playthrough I also got Red Ash Nightmare version 2, but that level was already a nightmare. Why spend the time making a nightmare level for a level that's obviously a nightmare? And my explanation of Dandelion level was basically pointless. It also creates another timeline where the creator is 100% telling you that all this is dreaming and the medicine for depression are in fact making us dream. White girl we saw in the wagon can be seen in my other playthroughs, like here and here, where she's seemingly watching you. Looking away she dips, using camera on her, and watching her, camera won't pick her up. In water park level, using camera to see what happened in the bloody water, all the blood disappears, meaning 100% this is Ghost Girl's blood. Ghost Girl looks exactly like Wolf Girl. Wolf Girl has 3 stars while Ghost Girl has 4. Maybe the story is actually trying to explain in a way that you're trying to find yourself, and in order to do that you have to face your past. Who knows, at this point I don't think even the dev knows what the story of the game is trying to tell. It tilted me so much that a game this good has such a big gap in something that should be closed before the game even released. Brilliant environmental storytelling. Lane, you have to finish it as soon as possible so people know what happened. We just don't know what's the proper ending. You can't end a 2-hour game on a to be continued. Quit your job and polish this thing of beauty you created, because this game is one of the best indie games I've ever played, and I played many. I'm not talking this as a scolding of a developer, even though it sounds like it. I'm speaking as a genuine passionate gamer who loves seeing good games succeed. With what we have, I can piece a story for you that I've already explained mixed with other stuff I found in my playthroughs. There are many discrepancies I will try to explain, but again, the game isn't finished, I just don't know. Booting the game for the first time, you get to main menu, clicking once you get to bedroom. Around the bedroom you see many antidepressants and other medications. You also get to see chunks of flesh or meat, how the game's achievement is called. Meat being here definitely symbolizes a memory of someone. In a way, no matter where you look, you get to see these memories. They are bleeding, meaning they still hurt. Watching 666 on YouTube is trying to desensitize yourself, but it's not working out. While resetting the game, I noticed the world falling apart, like how in my phone the name of the wallpapers changed to Alter Flesh, which could literally be red, but I don't know. Resetting too many times, you can see bedroom changing its name to safe space. Going to the train station, you get to see power line is cut and spider lilies are growing there. The train seems to be stopped because of spider lilies, implying that because of spider lilies we can't continue with the flow of life, like something so little and insignificant shouldn't stop us from living a normal life, but it does somehow. Just like everyone in the world, we think our challenges are the hardest ones, but there are people out there who grew without mom and dad, for example, and you're still crying about not getting V-Bucks for Christmas. Does anyone even play Fortnite these days? What are kids hooked on today? Roblox?
Round one.
You're still crying about not getting your Robux for Christmas? Gutter, rainy homesite and snowy residence carry no meaning in the grand scheme of things. Only part I don't understand is what the dev think on putting cemetery right next to children playground. Is it supposed to mean dead wishes those kids couldn't accomplish or something? Who knows. Hills is straight up a trip level. It also carries no point in the story. Maybe it was deliberately put there to simulate a trip, but I don't know. Only notable things here are eyes, actually, level being green and inviting is straight up from children's book, and I can't find proper words to explain it. It makes so much sense if this level would play right after Maze when you get to Smiley, and after Hills you should get Time. In Park you get watched by another eye. In my first playthrough I didn't see it, and I remember saying in the beginning of the video how this isn't a traditional horror game with kills and shit, but someone watching you. This is the exact thing I meant. I bet in every level there were eyes you didn't see. Pipe Dream also serves no purpose other than being a Windows XP screensaver. I've already spoke about chess. Fog is the level which you always get teleported to the main menu. Interesting thing is I've already included this once. Main menu changed to 1970. I've had 3 different instances of year changing: 2026, 2005 and 1970. Each and every single year not making sense. For now, of course. I would bet 1970 is the year someone close to the girl is born. 2005 might be the year Wolf Girl is born. Sunflower is a level Wolf Girl is reminiscing about when she was young. Same goes for Homeside, but this is where I met up with Ghost Girl for the first time apart from the end. Camera, by the way, doesn't register her. Footage not found. Getting near her you get to listen. If you move your ears a bit you can hear her say something. After that the game goes quiet for a second or two and the music restarts. I don't know if this was a bug or not, but people do seem to get the same results. I don't know. Also look at the glow around her. Could it be connected to the red glow with her on font? Will there be another ghost girl with green glow? I got a discrepancy on the red move with this eye thingy. I guess because of sand the eye is bloody, or he gooned and he touched his eye for who knows. Visiting vision again. Opening phone you get to see Monster, which makes even less of a sense. Monster because of what? Maybe she thinks of herself as Monster because of what she has done in the past, but again, we don't know exactly what she has done. Apartment Overlook is another level with another discrepancy where Wolf Girl had different hairstyle than normal. The boarded room could perhaps be the one we're currently living in, although I personally don't think so. The big building in Red Ash has chains on the side. One side of the chain has blood and flowers while the other doesn't. Maybe those 2 chains are what's holding it together or dragging it down. The latter having 2% chance of being true. But having all these drawings on its leg and so many blood pools could literally mean people who made this big thing were trying to be seen or get help. The latter having like 2% chance of being true, but having all these drawings on its legs and so many blood pools could literally mean people who made this big thing were trying to be seen or get help. 14 is a prominent number throughout the entire game. 14 on the side of the buildings, 14 poles before you die. You also got 3 women from the maze, big in Red Ash, combined with Monster on your phone and Alter Flash I saw once. It might mean Ghost Girl is actually killed somehow by some 3 women when she was 14 and you still can't get over it. And I can't forget about soundtrack. Man, it's so good. Seraph Engine, artist who made music for this game, struck a right feel between good and somber, something that many of the developers for this these games genuinely don't know how to do. It's as if Seraph is the only one that cracked the code of music mastery. I know for myself that I saved at least 5 tracks for my future videos. Rage. Also, I have a feeling this is the right type of sooth horror or cozy horror new games are supposed to chase. I was never scared when I'd play Layers of Fear or Five Nights at Freddy's, as those games exist only to get a reaction of you. Like Shock Valley, unlike Nophenia, that aims to deliver you a clever story through environment and great atmosphere. You may not find the pill and the bed scary, but I do. Combined with great music, you get one hell of a ride through this atmospheric, story-rich game that's only $5. And that's it. That's the entire game. If I forgot something, I'll make a follow-up video where I'll put everything new I find. Till this day, this video took the most amount of my time and my brain cells to make. I think this game is great and it definitely deserves more players, but at the same time we as player base deserve to get the official real ending, not just bits and pieces of story we have to imagine ourselves. The game captivates you without saying anything. You don't have to sit and listen to stupid monologue or dialogue. You can straight up boot the game and immerse yourself in a level design and environmental storytelling Lane went for, and I think it's great. It's a creative way of subtly showing a story but not forcing it upon the players. And as a closer for old subscribers, 41 to be exact, the question of where I was and why I haven't uploaded in almost 4 years is basically laziness. I thought I'd get more people to watch the content I uploaded, and it did, but I did not get the retention I was hoping for. I didn't realize I should have continued uploading projects I was starting to get the hang of it, and instead I was lazy and called it off. In hindsight, I was in an emotional rollercoaster back then, and it took me a long time to even restart proper gaming, not only YouTube. But it's fine now. Anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking through the entire video and watching this fat guy talk about this great game. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!